What's happening, everyone? This is Ariel Borujow. I'm hanging out with my man Kevin W. Reese, and I'm here at the New England Music Festival. I'm repping Westward Music Group and Stadium Red in Harlem, and we're just trying to educate everyone here today.
Kevin W. Reese.
My man right here's got plaques on the wall. On the wall. I seen the studio. I seen a YouTube video of the whole studio and everything. Tell the folks watching right now some of the artists that you've recorded for.
Worked with everyone from Puffy to T.I. to 8 Ball and MJG to, oh my God, Carl Thomas to Nicki Minaj to, wow. And now I'm working with a new artist on J Records that's going to be coming out. Big shout out to Bink, who I'm working with on the project. Young lady by the name of Elle Varner, who's, like I said, on J Records and on MBK.
Somebody comes up to you and says, what do you do? How would you describe what you do? The job description, basically, is what I'm asking. How would you describe your job to somebody that's ignorant to it?
I guess my job is, I got to break it down as an engineer and let them know that, my job is to record. The first and foremost. I guess I wear many different hats because I don't just record. A lot of people come to me because of my experience working with the major artists, and I do work with a lot of indie artists to develop them. But I bring more of the professional ear as far as recording, making sure that things sound at a certain quality. And then obviously we go into the mixing stages where I basically take everything, and I guess
a whole nother animal right there.
The best way to describe it is a chef who understands how to put ingredients together and come out with a great product. That's the best way to describe it.
That's a great analogy. Now, do you ever jump in and say, you said that wrong, or the hook should be like that, or do you stay out of it and let the producer do the thing?
If I'm working with the producer, I have relationships with the producers, So if I'm working with Bink or Omen, these guys understand that I have a certain ear and they trust me. So I feel like I'm more than just an engineer. I've been in the game as a producer and I've been there, done that. This is just my passion, but I still bring that ear as far as, I guess, what guys like Dre and Rick Rubin, who aren't really all the time making the beats, but more of direction to the artists, and I guess I bring that to the table as well. So artists know what they're getting into when they come to me because it's all word-of-mouth business.
Right. If someone came to you right now and said, I want to build my home studio, what would you say their budget should be? Off top.
You can do a really cheap studio for $5,000.
Out. Top of the line, 5-star.
Ooh, 50,000.
Okay, big difference. What would you tell somebody that wants to do your job? How do they?
It's a long process. First and foremost, the best thing to do is to find a really good studio where you know that there's great engineers who have experience working on big records, because that's where you want to be. You want to be working on the big records. So the best thing to do is get in the studio like that. First and foremost is you are an intern. You have to start at the bottom. You're cleaning bathrooms. You understand. Your basic understanding is the client relations and how a studio functions, how the room functions, and the best thing to do is just observe and make sure that the room is moving. And from there you move on to an assistant engineer, which basically you're the next in line under the engineer, and you're learning from those engineers. So your cleaning duties have just diminished to an extent. And then from there, you start off as a tracking engineer. And from a tracking engineer, once you get those credits, you start getting to do maybe some rough mixes for some clients that you're doing a tracking session with. And then hopefully you make the jump to a mix engineer. And that's really where the money's at.
Who's the most interesting artist you've ever worked with, off top?
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why?
will.i.am is just one of the most creative, talented guys I've just ever encountered in my career. He's just super talented, and he understands the business.
Kevin W. Reese.